Hey, this is a Bible review, Bible fans, of a Bible I received this week. I promised it to you in my last video. When I got a copy, I would do it. This is a new Oxford Annotated Bible, 3rd edition, augmented, which came out in 2007. I'm going to tell you about it informationally and a little bit on the physical aspects, as I usually do. Here is the spine. And what you note is important is, it says augmented 3rd edition. Well, it's a little bit of a misnomer. Let's go take a look at the Bible. Anyway, it is a pigskin or genuine leather. It is decent quality, has a gold gilded line, a synthetic liner, front paper. This edition is not in beautiful shape. They cut out the page that probably was filled in with all the information. If I had this rebound, I'd have to do a couple things and to fix it up a little bit, including having it re-gilded. The gilding is in poor shape, but the paper's in good shape, so I wonder what happened to it. Here is the 3rd edition, augmented. As you can see, Coogan is now editor, and Metzger has died at this point, and we have all the same group as the 4th edition has. So this is a Bible. Now let's look at the informational page. You see it's copyrighted 207. First printing of the 3rd edition was 1991, and it's printed in the United States, I assume bound in the United States. Again, it's a new revised standard version. I'm going to tell you about what is same and different. I have brought 2 other editions to compare and contrast with. One is the original 3rd edition, 1991, and the other one is the 2010 4th edition. And this Bible actually sits very much in the middle, but it also has a couple peculiarities that I found strange. Contributors. This is the page that the oddness of this Bible came about. The Metzger New Oxford Annotated Bible 1, 2, 3 were all Metzger products, and they basically had the same articles, the same people. They did some tweaks, did some very minor amount of changes, added an article, etc., but they were definitely closely related. This Bible came out with all new comments in the annotations, as well as new introductions, new articles, and it did it for this. It should have really been named the 4th edition. It's very different than the 3rd, but here it is. This edition is I probably didn't mention it, is tabbed. It came like that, and the paper is not wonderful. The 91 is really great. The earlier 2nd edition ones that are printed in America have excellent paper. The 4th edition is newer still, printed in the Netherlands at Youngblood. Paper is thin, I would say of comparable quality to this. This is not delightful paper to me, but it's what you can get with the new paper processes that are out there. Oh, first of all, introductions to books, the Pentateuch, all that is new. It's by Coogan and his crew, and they are the same as the 4th edition. So this, in that sense, is the beginning of the 4th edition. Odd that it came out 3 years before the 4th edition. You would have thought it had a decade in between, but no, this is not that. The individual book articles and annotations are a whole different beast. They're neither 3rd edition nor 4th edition. The scholars are different. What they say is different. I can't say I dislike them. I haven't used them, but I checked it. They're different. You have different people doing it. They retain the 10-point text of the 3rd edition. Now that's the same, where the 4th edition went to a 9-point text. The amount of writing in terms of articles and annotations is about the same as the 3rd edition, even though they're new annotations. And here we go through the Bible. It has the usual books and Apocrypha. We come to the end. We'll come there in a minute. All the articles are 4th edition articles by Coogan and his group. The Concordance is the same concordance as the 3rd and 4th edition have. And the maps, surprisingly, are still 3rd edition. We have not gone to the new And these are excellent maps. There's no knock on that. But the 4th edition are quite delightful, and they are not the newer maps. So they were saving the new maps for the next edition. But good maps. And of course they are, they have a gazelier that you can find things with. You look up a city and it'll tell you what maps it is on. So here's basically let's look at John. It seems to be a easy mark for me. And I'm going to pull over each of the other 2 and give you an illustration. This is the 3. I'm going to put it next to it. And you will see that it's not the same as this. So here we are. Here's John 1:1, John 1. The prologue, the word Greek logos of God is more than speech. The prologue signals the major concerns of the gospel. The annotations are different. Here is the introductions. The prologue of the 4th gospel, long recognized as an introduction. This is the augmented. The 4th gospel explains the mystery of the person of Jesus. They are about the same size in terms of words, but they're completely different. And surprisingly, here's what I thought. Well, this is a in-between. They've kept some of the 3 and they've kept some of the 4, which they did. They used articles that were going to be in the 4 are new, and they were retained in the 4. But for some reason, they chose to do all new annotations, and then they dumped them 3 years later. So here we are. Here's the introduction to gospel. On the left is the 4, and on the right is the 3 augmented. The 4th gospel is the name for John, the prologue of the 4th gospel. It's not the same. And they break it up now with more subheaders. So here in the 4 we have prologue. The gospel begins with a prologue. Here the prologue signals the major concerns of the gospel. And it goes on and on like this. They are not the same. So the annotations in the 3 augmented are completely new, and then they're dumped just a few years later in the 4. So that is my review of the 3 augmented. I believe have every edition, not every edition with apocrypha or non-apocrypha, but every single edition of the Oxford Annotated Bible series in a leather Bible, and it's been interesting looking at this. Now, I've just got this a day ago. It has some flaws. The gilding is in poor shape, paper's in good. The leather at one point had a name stamp, but they rubbed it out. And it's not too bad. I think I can get that off because it was not actually stamped. It was just golded on. Quality leather, it's about the same, I'd say, as the 4 and what I remember of the 3 before I had it rebound. I'm not sure I'll rebind this. It doesn't really offer me anything the 3 doesn't. The 3 has better paper, and I love good paper for reading. So there you have it, my review of the Oxford Annotated Bible, Augmented 3rd Edition, New Revised Standard Version. And this can only be obtained used on eBay or bookstores, etc. Well, you have a good day.